Divas, like before, this is just pointing out stuff that we want to see more of and less of. On our special teams drill, make a point to even out the line. So that way we can get more reps for everybody. Two, when we're doing this and the bags, we want to avoid the bags. That's what the RIP is for. We'll go over with you in detail with that. And the RIP allows us to avoid contact, but keep as straight at a line as possible. And you can see here as we go down, there's some people heading straight for the bags. Other people are weaving away from the bag. So we want to perfect our technique on that. Finally, on the end of the drill, we're coming down to make a tackle on a kickoff return or punt return. So we have two people filling in, right? And then the other two people will fill out just inside of them. If you look at this, a couple things are going on that aren't good. We're not finishing in a position to make tackles. And then if you look to the left, this person has no relationship to the other three. If this was a kickoff, this would represent a huge hole that somebody would run through. So we want to get better at that. Conditioning. Some of us are in great shape. Others of us are not. We have 53 days to our first game. Let's make a commitment to get into the best shape that we can possibly be in. There was more standing and watching this practice for whatever reason. Keep your eyes on the outside linebacker there. We have a play to the boundary, and the linebacker just doesn't move for whatever reason. Just stands right on the hash. Doesn't move the whole play. Okay? That's not diva football. This is something that came up. It comes up kind of frequently through a couple different practices where we're running and we're doing the right thing, but as we get near the time to kind of get near contact, for some reason we veer away from it. So this linebacker is doing a great job of coming down the line, but as she gets near the hash, for some unknown reason, she starts running the other way. We don't want to do that. Keep coming down the line. Keep searching out the point of contact. This play right here is just a simple, I know it's a new play, but we didn't do the play correctly. That's the path of the receiver on Y stick. The object is get this defensive back to turn their back on the play. That said, I think the defense did a great job of running when the ball is in the air. Line scrimmage is a 40. This should be a big gain. And because of the way you guys ran, this is essentially a 3 or 4 yard gain. Well done. Here is a clip. We'll run this both ways. Let's say the scenario is that the ball's on the 40, we're on defense against an opponent, and they have 3rd and 7. And this is where the standing and watching really hurts us. So go here. The ball is going to be caught, which is good. Now, the near linebacker is running hard, tracking the near hip, but the arrow is on the linebacker who's not running. So this near linebacker does a good job, forces the runner back inside, right? That's great. There should be somebody there to help, but because the linebacker isn't running, this one move, right, gets the 7 yards that they need for the first down. Now, let's run it back the other way. Offensively, why this should be a touchdown. Okay, the ball's caught, but we have somebody, let me undo this real quick. We have a receiver watching, and we have a receiver who isn't kind of paying attention. So with just 2 simple blocks, we get a block here, and we get a block here. Our slot makes a move on that linebacker, and this is a touchdown. It should be a touchdown, right? Those are the 2 people involved in the tackle. So the standing and watching, we've got to eliminate on both sides of the ball. Here, we throw a bubble, just really good. A couple really good things here. Coaches love it. I love it when our drills show up in the games. So this is a drill we haven't done in a while, but some of you have done it. It's called the gather technique, where you go after a runner. The runner stops, you gather your feet, the runner takes off again, you gather, and so forth, and you keep getting closer and closer to the runner. Well, here it is. Runner starts, stops, that's the gather, takes off again. Now, the defensive back here, great leverage, great discipline. Instead of diving inside, maintains the leverage. Everybody's running. This is great defense. And at the right time, plays off the block and lets the runner know you can't get outside. Now we have the 2 inside people running. They're not as good as the gather as they were the first time because they're not tracking in their hip, but there's the gather. Runner makes a nice little move, but because we're still in position, we make a play on a much faster player. But here's the thing. You count. That's 10 of the 11 divas on defense running to the ball. That's good stuff. If we have a defense that works that hard and plays that smart, we're going to be okay. Right here, this is just a simple thing. I'll let your position coach handle it, but to the safety, we're quarters, it's a pass play. You got a vertical threat right in your zone. Just start backpedaling. But for some reason, you want to jump out there, and guess what? Right where you are, that's an interception. Okay, I'll let your coach handle that, but be disciplined. Downfield blocking, saw some good stuff here. It's not easy, especially by the slot. Showed up more than a couple times. Bang. Good blocking by the slot. Another scenario, good blocking by the receiver. Another scenario, we're one-on-one with the safety. That's good stuff. Now, outside receiver, really working, not fouling, not reaching, just working, moving the feet, all good stuff, standing there, bang, good. Another one, another bubble here, right? One-on-one, right? We're engaged, working the feet, right? Not reaching with the hands, just really good stuff. For some reason, receiver jumps inside, still engages in the block. Go finish that thing. Good stuff. Good running by the defense. 73. Couple things here that jumped out. One, we got a great run pass read by, first of all, the alignment by the linebacker is great. That's what it should look like every time. Secondly, the middle linebacker gets a read and gets up and meets the runner at the line of scrimmage. Good stuff. Now, in the back is the other thing I'm talking about. The safety triggered, a little late, but it's coming. And for some reason, instead of continuing toward where the contact is, decides to go backwards. Don't understand that, okay? So let's eliminate that habit. Okay, now, play 74. Want to point something out, why alignment is so important. It's tough to see here, but from the defense's left to the left of the center, there's a red hat. That's the guard. There's a white hat with a blue dark jersey. That's a tackle. And then there's another one. That's the tight end. So from the defense's left, there are 3 blockers, but there are only 2 defenders. We're outnumbered. So we're not aligning properly. Secondly, on this particular play, we have our defensive ends kind of wildly rushing upfield, I believe. I think this is a play. Let's see. And when you do that, you're kind of blocking yourselves. Additionally, the outside linebackers turn their back on the play, so they have no idea what's going on. Right? You see these wide lanes. The only person that made the tackle is that the running back ran into their guard. The defender's not stopping them at this point. And look at all the green grass. Go here. We do have a safety triggering down, so that's all good. But this is the anatomy of a bad play. And lo and behold, the very next play, the offense gets it. So again, we're misaligned. Okay, the ends are rushing upfield. The center gets out to get the double team, gets that block, right? The linebacker comes inside, the safety triggers late inside, and all of a sudden, that play that we got lucky and got stopped, all that green grass out there, now we have a big play, right? Right? And this is how this happens in a game, just little things, not lined up correctly, not doing our assignments correctly, a play that we stop. And by the way, those 2 plays, same exact play, same exact formation, 2 wildly different results because of the offensive effort and defensive alignment. That said, the running downfield is all good, but it could have been avoided. All right. Study those plays. The tape will be up, probably go out a little bit before 8 o'clock tonight. You can see all the plays, and let's get better Wednesday at practice.